Are you an O or are you an X? But the big question is, who's going to die before they get to vote next? Welcome back, guys. The Fog Entertainment here for Squid Game Season 2, Episode 6. This one was called OX, and we got the continuation of the third game from Season 2. I say we got the continuation, essentially we got the full game, because in the last episode we were led into it, and the game was about to start, but it didn't really start, and then we got the full Mingle game here. So I like it when we get to see one game an episode. I know that sometimes they can drag an episode into a game into two different episodes, but for me, I like it when they kind of focus on one game per episode, and that's what they did here. It was an interesting game. It was a new game. It's not what I was expecting, to be honest. I don't know what I was actually expecting, but this wheel where you have to run into doors, that wasn't really it.
No, I mean, as you may have heard in the episode 5 review, I was expecting a merry-go-round with buzzsaws at the side of it, but here you don't get what you want. It was like Takeshi's Castle, wasn't it? Pick the right door, smash through the right door, but I think this was the game to kill more people off. Only one person we really know died. And to be honest, who even is she?
Yeah, but they did kill off a lot of the and a lot of the numbers dwindled, but maybe not many characters and maybe not any name characters died. And in fact, she's the only one that you'd argue we had any idea. Everyone else was just like random numbers at the end of the day. But we get the Mingle game, so basically they give you a number, then that said number, a group of that said number have to go into a door, and if you get the right number, if you got the right amount of people, then you survive, and then you play the next round. If you don't have the right amount of people, then you die. So I mean, we start off where they're in groups of 5, essentially, because they won the last game, which was a 5-game person. But unfortunately for them, none of the numbers in this game were 5. We started off at 10, and then we had like our 2 main groups. They joined up for the first game of Mingle, so you get 10 people into the one door. And it's like, see at the beginning, there's like, what, 50? Many doors is there? 50 doors?
Yeah, 50 doors.
So that means there was room for 500 people. But we see that, what's it, Budok? What's the military guy called? The guy with the hair? Pokdo.
The Marine Corps! Marine Corps!
Deho. So we see the group, Deho is leading the line, and he opens one of the doors, and you've got the old guy in there, number 100, he's like, piss off, this is our room. But it's like, there's 50 rooms at this point, and it's 10 people to a room. That's 500 people that can survive this game. There was only about 200 odd people that went into this.
Yeah.
So realistically, the only people that should have not survived the first game was leftovers of 10.
Yes. Yeah, if you had an even number here and it ended on a 10,
if you'd multiple
everyone survives.
But we seen that there was not, so like I don't know what happened.
It's just the confusion, right? If you were giving them like 10 minutes per round, then yes, but you're giving them like 20 seconds.
Let's say, for example, there was 213 people got into this game. Only 3 should have died in the first round.
Yep.
And then like when the numbers are getting smaller, like less people should be dying. But then again, when the numbers are smaller, less people can fit into a room.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they designed. So we keep getting it. There is one where they need to go into, I believe, 6 in a room. And we have the trans woman. She loses her friend. What's her friend called? Minsu? Is it Minsu?
I think it's Minsu. Yeah, it's Minsu. Definitely Minsu. And it's for the YouTuber guy who had the bitcoins.
Minsu. So she gets knocked over. She doesn't make it into the room in time, and then the failed coin master guy, he jumps into the room. He claims that he was saving them. Trans woman thinks he was saving himself, and he killed Minsu. But then his pregnant girlfriend says that no, he's telling the truth and that there wasn't enough time. Do you think he sacrificed Minsu? Do you think he did the right thing to save himself?
He did something they would all do if they needed to.
Yeah, I mean, what's this?
I'm sick of this fucking oh, you killed Minsu. He beat her to the door.
No.
He saved himself.
Minsu volunteered to sign up for a game that can lead to death.
Yeah.
This guy's
It's not like Thanos in Red Light, Green Light, where he fucking just pushed 3 people and got them killed.
Yeah, so Minsu dies. We get down to the last game, and we get different combinations, different characters switching up. We get down to the last game, and we have Ji-hun's best friend. He has to go with the front man. They manage to get into a room, but it's already been occupied. The front man tells the guy to get out, but the man's not leaving. He's like, nah, I was here first. So with less than 10 seconds to go, front man grabs him in a chokehold, and with a few seconds remaining, snaps his neck.
And obviously killing him renders him unable to continue, so it only counts as 2 people in the room. I didn't really get Ji-hun's best friend here. You know why? Because it's like, if he leaves him alone, all 3 of them die. The front man could have been like, right, Fatty, Marine Corps, you go. I mean, I guess the front man could have been like, right, I'm out myself, but at the same time here, why did he take this so thick? I know he just killed a guy, right? And that's mental. But is it not as justified as you're going to get in the Squid Games?
Well, I'll put it this way, if he doesn't kill him, all 3 of them die.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say he could have fucking dragged him out the room. And I think Frontman's easily got the ability to do that, but that would kill him anyway.
I mean, he probably did, but let's be honest, what made for a better television? What made for a better scene? If he just bundled the guy out the front door, or if he actually kills him?
Yeah, but also dragging him to the front door might take longer than like the 9 seconds and choking him out, so...
And what if
it's a risk.
And what if there's a second to go and he actually manages to push you out the door?
Yeah. I think this was as justified as you can get. But Minsu, like you said, she's dead. This guy got choked out. He's dead. But no one else really dies. I thought this game had a lot of potential. I thought it was alright, but I feel like...
I mean, a lot of people died, but nobody that we knew.
Yeah, like everyone that's alive, and then like you get the vote again, and then they all decide to stay.
Yeah, so Young Bae, Ji-won's friend, he's obviously now got doubts about the front man. He doesn't trust him. He tries to tell Ji-hun. He tries to tell Dae-ho, but he can't really say anything because every time he tries to, they get interrupted. They have another vote. They realise that they need 6 people to turn. Ji-hun thinks that they should try and get everybody to change their vote, but the front man thinks that's a bad idea. He thinks that they should just let it naturally play out, or else it could start a riot, it could start trouble if the O's see that the X's are trying to get the game stopped. Dae-ho kind of sides with the front man, and I mean, it makes sense. I think it's attracting unnecessary attention if you're going around and basically asking all the... I mean, because then you're going to get the O's are just going to kind of do the same to the X's, aren't they?
Yeah, no,
so,
absolutely.
I mean, I think the money's went up. I think the smart thing to do is just hope that 6 people change their mind.
I just think they've created, though, this like forced antagonistic feeling between the groups. It felt natural in season 1 because you had evil people, but in this it's more just their mindset rather than like who they actually are, if you know what I mean? And that is, I mean, it sucks to a degree, I guess, but we see also let's talk about Jun-ho. Haven't really talked about him in a while.
Aye, so Jun-ho, honestly,
they open a booby trap, he blows up. Hey, should we not go back to shore? This guy needs proper burial.
Attention.
Oh, he's dead.
Well, the other guy.
Well, yeah, but I think something about this sailor is off. I think he might be in on it. He wanted to go back. He doesn't want... I don't know.
I'm not too sure about that. I mean, he did rescue Jun-ho. He could have just killed him if he was in on it.
Maybe he's been in on it since. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he's been paid off.
Maybe it's just the English dubbing. Something seemed off.
That could certainly be it. But, I mean, for me, I think the Jun-ho character's been a big disappointment.
I would have liked him in the game.
Yeah,
Imagine him with his brother. I know that would have ruined... But then, he's not revealed to Jun-ho that number 1 is his brother. You know what I mean? Like, he kept it quiet to the authorities and things like that, so I guess you could have put him in the game.
I know, but Jun-ho doesn't know that number 1's his brother.
No, I know, I'm just talking about, like, he's had opportunities to tell, like, authorities, and I get it, doesn't make any sense for him to tell Ji-hun, but it's like, I would have liked Jun-ho to be in the game, but then I would have liked the number 2 loan shark to be in the games. He's quite funny. Yeah,
no, I like him. I think he's a good addition. I like the other loan shark as well. I thought episode 1 was... I think episode 1's the peak so far.
Yep. Seen a lot of people hating it, though.
No, yeah, I know a lot of people saying, oh, it was crap, and they just want to get straight into the games. I mean, sometimes you need. I thought episode 1 did a very good job. I personally thought episode 1, and I thought it had a great ending as well. I thought it like built up and there was tension as well. So I did enjoy episode 1. Very disappointed though with John Ho and just basically the group that are trying to find the island that the games are being played on. It honestly does feel like filler.
No, it does. But what I would say is as well here. I mean, that's wrapped up there. But episode pretty much ends with the X's and O's getting each other's faces in the bathroom.
Well, we have a vote before that.
We do have a vote before that. But again, it's like these scenes are just fucking repetitive. Like, what is there to say? Like, number 1, oh, is he going to vote that way? We can't trust. Oh, he's voted our way. It's all right. Let's go to the bathroom.
Yeah, so we need 6 votes to tie and 7 votes to win. So they know that they're getting a couple of guaranteed votes because Young Bae, he G1's best friend, he says he's going to change his vote. He's going to be an X. We have the son of the mother, number 7, Young Sik. He's going to change his vote. So they know after that they only need 4 more to tie. And we get down to like the last 4 people. And one of the... I think so at this point they're tied, I believe. I believe they're tied, aren't they, at this point?
Yep. No, they're not tied. They're one behind or something. Yeah,
so, I mean, they're one behind. Yeah, so they're one behind, and then...
Number 1, he thinks number 1 ain't going to vote for them. He's in mid explaining that he can't be trusted, then he does vote for them.
No, that's not what happened. They were one behind. 3 votes to go. Now, Young Sik was up next, number 7, and he was an O. Now, if he switches, that ties up the game, and he promised his mum that he would switch. And the 2 remaining players were the front man, and I believe number 4, a female, that had also voted X. So they were going to assume the last 2 votes were going to be an X. So if Young Sik keeps his vote, if he continues the game, that would put the O's 2 in front, but with 2 X's still to go. He changes his vote like he said he would. That ties up the game. That makes it a level vote with 2 votes to go. And Team X, they're celebrating because they believe that the last 2 remaining votes will just continue to vote X, and they will be able to lead by 2 votes. The games will end, and you just kind of see the front man and number 4 in the background, but it's like the front man's standing behind her, and it's like it's not really that noticeable, but you do notice that they're both in the background, like kind of in the distance. And while the X team are celebrating, the next minute the woman walks up, hits the button, and then you just see all the O's celebrating, and they go 1 point up. She switches her O. She switches her X to an O, joins the O group. This means that the O's are 1 in front. The front man then goes up, keeps his word. He continues to vote X, and this ties things up. And in the end, we have to settle for a tie. They're going to do a revote, but it's not going to be until the next day. I personally think the front man must have threatened this woman, or at least that's what I believe, because obviously he's not going to allow the games to end, and I think he would rather her vote O than him do a betrayal. Now, I guess you could argue at this point here, is it worth him? If it means he has to reveal who he is, or if it means he has to betray Ji-hun in order to keep the games going, he would do that. But we can see that he likes these mind games, he likes manipulating, he wants to be in there. So therefore, he can't still be close to Ji-hun, he can't still be on Team X if he votes O. So I do believe that he, and I've no proof, maybe this woman just magically changed her mind. She could have just decided, you know what, I want the money.
We can't confirm nor deny, but, you know, I can't disagree. Obviously, he would want to stay in Ji-hun's pocket as long as he can here, but fact of the matter is this, it's a draw. It will be voted for in a couple of hours.
Yeah, although, I mean, I guess he could, if he threatens her, then she shouts, oh, he's threatening me to, you know, that would look a bit shit for him as well, so I mean... But I do think it's a bit strange that they were isolated at the back of the room and all of a sudden she changed from an X to an O.
Guess they have to be isolated though. You know what I mean? It's not... That's just where they are.
Yeah, anyway, look, it's an even vote. They're going to vote tomorrow. But they get their food. and Ji-hun realizes that there's a knife in there, and
Knives and fork, baby.
he's basically getting flashbacks. He's getting PTSD. He's thinking that what happened in season 1 is going to happen again. People are going to kill each other. Not only does this increase the prize fund, but the kind of almost, you could argue that O's are being backed into a corner that if they don't kill off some X's that the games could end.
Yeah.
Now, in the first season, they never had that problem. So really, it was just bad people doing that, and obviously there was that group that was led by the Snake Man tattoo. I think his name was Dang Ho. But, you know, they were just doing that because they wanted to, A, take out some competition, and B, increase the prize fund. But at least in this season, I'm not justifying killing anybody, but you could argue that the O's perhaps believe that they need to kill off some X's in order for the games to continue, because there's going to be another vote tomorrow. We go into the bathroom. We have the X's. We got the Thanos and his little sidekick here trying to get the geeky guy to vote back, get him to be an O. He then gets confronted by the Coin Master. He basically tells him to leave him alone. X's stick up for X. O's stick up for O. We get a bit of a brawl. And when it looks like Thanos is maybe going to kill the Coin Master, he gets a fork up through the neck.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just sick of
Bit
this.
of a surprise, wasn't
It
expecting
was
that.
a surprise, but I'm just sick of this Bitcoin talk, man. It's like, how long you fucking hold a grudge over this guy for?
Yeah, and you know what? I thought it was a pretty good ending to the episode, but I am disappointed that it was Thanos that died, because to me, I think I would have killed off the other guy, the sidekick, if they had to kill off somebody. Thanos, to me, has been the only real antagonist. Yeah,
I guess he's not dead, mate. It's just a fork through the jaw.
Yeah, we've got the other guy, the 100 guy, but he just seems like a shitebag, doesn't he?
Yeah, he just seems like the hostile middle-aged man. Doesn't seem anything more than that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't fear him as a threat. Not saying that Thanos is a threat, but you know what? It could be that they don't. The real antagonist is the front man, isn't it? So it's like.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought this episode was better than 5. I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, no, I think this episode was better. I did enjoy the game Mingle. I thought we had a good fight scene towards the end, and also another close vote. I'll give this one. You know what? I'll give this one an 8.
8 out of 10. That gets us a 7.5er.
And I guarantee that'll be higher than the final episode. So.
I'm looking forward to the final episode. I had a bit of intrigue going in. I thought Thanos might have lived, and and that's 2 episode reviews.
Well, here, maybe he is alive, but normally when you get a fork through the neck, you're dead, like.
It was more the jaw than the neck.
And that doesn't kill you.
You have more chance surviving through the jaw than the neck, mate.
Well, here, we're going to go and watch episode 7, guys, and we'll find out who's alive, we'll find out who's dead, we'll find out who's continuing the game, and we'll find out who's saying Sayonara. We'll also find out who's got a dick and who's not. I'm looking at you, trans woman. Anyway, till next time.
Peace.